I think there's different time frames of view. So if you look at the short-term view, Bitcoin cryptocurrency is a smaller market cap instrument, so there will be high volatilities. But if you look at the fundamental technology, and if you have a longer-term view, say a yearly view, 5-year, 10-year horizon, we're very confident that the industry will stay, the industry will get bigger, and when the industry gets bigger, the prices will go higher.
And obviously underpinning that is a lot of interest in the blockchain technology as well. We had President Xi kind of being quite bullish on blockchain. This is very different to what President Trump has tweeted on blockchain and Bitcoin itself. What did you read into President Xi's comments and the upside that could give to the technology?
Sure, absolutely. I think super positive. And China's very pro-technology. So China will invest very heavily on blockchain technology and on the education of blockchain technology as well. So given that China have already made that move, every other country in the world will have no choice but to follow or move faster, hopefully. But it's going to be pretty hard to move faster than China, to be honest. So I think we're going to see a race there.
Yeah. Okay, but also, tell me how... Please carry on.
Sure.
So that really has me thinking about an article that I put out yesterday about how China has shut down Binance in certain aspects of doing crypto to fiat trading, people cashing out. And he's talking about how big he believes China is going to be. No doubt China is going to be a major player in this space. But when you start looking at situations that are happening right now, I think the boldest statement and the truest statement that he said during that time right there that we just saw really and truly is going to be that the timeline in which we're going to see these things transpire. 5-10 years, guys, I need you to understand that we're really, really early to this. Really, really early to this. Everybody's getting all emotional. Everything's going sideways. Guys, all you had to do is look at charts a year ago. You would see that things are going to go sideways. Things are going to happen that are not going to be pleasing to you, not going to be pleasing to me. But all we can do is understand how early we are to this, but understand at the same time that things are picking up. Interests are growing. Not only are interests growing just in our communities with different cryptocurrencies, but here it is. Interest in Bitcoin versus gold surges for all ages. As you start looking through these articles, you really get a sense of exactly how early we are to the party. The World Gold Council hit back in a high-profile gold drop campaign, arguing investors see crypto as risky or speculative, but do the figures support the assertion? As you start going through this article, and I'll tweet this article out also, but as you start going through this article, you get down here into the bottom of it, and you'll start to notice that people do not really view cryptocurrency as just a speculative investment anymore. Only 22%, according to this article, 22% of everybody that's invested into cryptocurrency feel like that it is a get rich quick. That's less than a quarter of everybody. And I promise you, there's not many of us. There's not many of us at this point in time that even know about what's going on with cryptocurrency and exactly what it is they're trying to do as they gain mass adoption throughout the world. Very, very early, guys. I'm seeing a lot of things all over Twitter. Sold my XRP, sold this, sold that. Guys, I got really and truly, I hope for your benefit that all it is just a ploy to get attention. Because I'll be honest with you, if you was to sell everything XRP related at the moment, I really and truly think you'd be making the worst mistake of an investment perspective. When you're actually looking at cryptocurrencies, digital assets, whatever it is you want to call it, blockchain technology, whatever you want to call it, when you're starting to look into these things and you see what projects are doing, how they're building, how they're putting teams around them, how they are getting partnerships and moving forward, who is leading that fight? Who is the ones that are out there getting partnerships by the dozens more rapidly than anybody else that is in the space. Every time I look into XRP, I start thinking about, man, if this thing fails, all cryptocurrency fails. If you can't see that, I really and truly, I don't know what to explain to you. Might as well just go ahead and X out of the channel, because it is not looking good if you feel like that these situations are not just going to take time, and these things are just not going to go anywhere. Really need to sit back and reevaluate the situation. I thought this was a really good article right here. RS criminal investigators eye Bitcoin and crypto users and operators. So what they're doing is they want to go through and they want to look at the people that are using the Bitcoin ATMs. They want to see exactly what these players are doing. So we're looking at those cryptocurrency kiosks and other ways that you may or may not be connected to bank accounts. If you walk in, put cash in, get Bitcoin out, obviously we're interested potentially in the person using that kiosk and what source of the funds is, but also the operators of the kiosk themselves. There are 4,129 Bitcoin ATMs located in the United States, allowing users to pay a fee to exchange fiat money for an equivalent or various cryptocurrencies. For it says that they're facilitating criminals and money laundering, and the IRS is trying to identify any operators with compliance issues. So I know some guys that use the Bitcoin ATMs, and I tell you what, man, the fees in which are going on with the Bitcoin ATMs, man, they are raping folks, man. They're raking it in hand over fist, and man, I just cannot see paying that large of a percentage on what it is. I know there's some people that just have to use them. Got a really good buddy that just has to use it, not because of banking issues or such like that, but really and truly just because his wife don't know anything about his cryptocurrency or his investments in digital assets. So that's his way of hiding it from his wife. It's not that paper trail of exchanges that are going to bank accounts and everything else. He can just walk in, throw some cash in it, deposit it into his wallets, and he's safe that way from getting the devil beat out of him from his wife. I get that. But the fees, I might want to just take a beating from my wife every now and then and pay them fees, man. That is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Bitfinex and Tether are back in the news today, guys. I thought this was pretty interesting that they are actually attempting to dismiss the Tether class actions lawsuit. It's hilarious to me when you look at these things, because it's very obvious that the pumps that come out as soon as more Tether is printed, it's very obvious what is going on there. And they wrote right here, Bitfinex announced its intent to dismiss Tether-related class action lawsuits, calling its allegations ridiculous. Really and truly, I think the whole Tether situation is absolutely ridiculous, and I believe wholeheartedly that you ought to get whatever it is you get when you start dealing with these things like this. I mean, it's obvious there are some bad actors in some exchanges. I'm not bashful about it. I tell everybody, and I screamed it loud and proud from the zoo, I am not a supporter of any exchange. I don't trust them. I don't like them. I feel like that all of them are trying to get over on somebody. I know that there's a lot of people out there that really and truly have fell in love with BitTrue. So far, they have been a man of their word. I have nothing negative to say about Curious Wang himself, but as far as just using exchanges, I just have a really hard time with using exchanges on a regular basis. I have even harder time with keeping money on an exchange. I just don't see the point in even having the risk there. So there's a lot of shady stuff going on with them. But class action complaint, the lawsuits asserts that Tether lied when claiming that every insurance of USDT was fully covered by money in its bank account. It was very obvious when the article first came out that they were lying. The ratio was way off compared to what they actually had backed and what was in there. So how they plan on dismissing this lawsuit is beyond me. They're trying to say that according to the lawsuit, this manipulation resulted in the largest bubble in human history. About $450 billion in value subsequently vanished in less than 1 month. I mean, that seems pretty obvious to me, that you print out millions and millions of Tether simultaneously as the price is pumping. You start looking into these lawsuits, 450 billion wiped off the market. They're shady, guys. They're shady. They are shady. Get off the exchanges. If you don't own the keys, you do not own the crypto. Don't ever forget that. Just make sure that you can come in and get what is yours when the time is right. If you have it on the exchanges, man, they have the potential of just walking away with your money, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it whatsoever. They just shut down and disappear. There's people years and years later that are still trying to get money out of Mt. Gox collapse, and guys, I know some people that lived through that, and it's not pretty. It's not something you want to deal with. Get off the exchanges. Get yourself a hardware wallet. Get yourself a paper wallet. Get yourself whatever it is to protect you. But get off the exchanges, guys. Get off the exchanges. Hey, let's not forget tonight. Tonight we have the Community Choice Awards coming on at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Running from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. is going to be a great time. Great time. Come in. Show your love for the community. XRP community is probably one of the strongest communities I've ever been a part of. I got a much love for everybody out there. It's going to be a great ride, guys. I appreciate everybody that subscribed to the channel. 115 in a very, very little while. Less than 20 hours. 115 subscribers. That blows me away. We're going to be pushing through this thing. We're going to be pumping out some videos. We're going to be having a good time. Got a live stream coming on later on with Hardcore XRP. More than likely, that is going to be after the Community Choice Awards tonight. So looking forward to sitting down with my brother. Haven't seen my brother in a while. Haven't sat down and talked to him in a while. Very interested to see what Hardcore XRP has going on in his life. If you have never met him, if you've never had a conversation with him, please come join us tonight, man. It's going to be a really good time. He's always in the party mood, and it's always a good time to hang out with him. Definitely looking forward to that. DLT Con 2020 in LA, guys, getting pumped up, man. Ready to get out of here and go out there and have some fun, meet some community members, hang out with some like-minded people, but also very, very excited for the after party kicking off in Vegas. XRP Zoo is going to be having a huge after party in Vegas. So if you're out that way, you want to come hang out with the zoo, by all means, man, hit us up. Let's go have fun with it. Guys, just a really, really quick video. Really and truly just wanted to come in and say thank you for the subscribers. Thank you for checking out the channel. We got some big things coming up. Got some really good things coming up. Really excited about having the channel. And guys, we may not have it all together, but together we can have it all. Let's go have some fun, man. Love all of you. Have a great day.